Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, and right now we're on our way to AMC Theaters in Midtown to watch Mortal Kombat. Later in the video we're gonna give you guys a spoiler review, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a like, a share, and subscribe, and please support me in my GoFundMe campaign and be nice in the comment section. Hi guys, so we still have enough time before the actual movie. So what we're gonna do right now is stop by Jollibee to eat some dinner.
Hi. I would like to get 3 spicy chicken.
We have no spicy this one.
Even the sandwich?
No, we have spicy this one.
Well, if you want regular sandwich, so regular sandwich, the meal one. 3 regular fried chicken.
And wait, which drink would you like, sir?
Pineapple juice.
No problem. And the 3-piece chicken, what do you want to your side?
Adobo rice.
Okay. And that's additional $129. Is that okay with you?
Or regular.
Just one side or 2?
2.
And drink or no drink?
Drink pineapple juice. And can I get spaghetti as well?
Okay.
This one.
Not a lot of you.
2?
2 of one.
Yeah. Okay, extra.
And what else is the sandwich?
The spaghetti, yeah.
With no drink?
You can have soda, I guess.
It's the same size.
Do you still have the sandwich for now or not?
We no longer serve the sandwich.
Really? So 2-piece mango.
Alright, and that's the drink.
Yes.
And will that be all?
Yes.
And your name, sir?
M-A-R-L-O-N. Should I pay you or leave
I'll let you know when you can have this. Sorry about the whole.
Alright.
I'll check you.
Hi guys, so because of social distancing, we're not allowed to eat inside Jollibee because indoor dining is still closed. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna eat everything in Bryant Park. Here you go, guys.
We were supposed to get a regular chicken sandwich, but they gave me spicy.
So I'm gonna be trying the spicy chicken sandwich. It's not that spicy.
It's spicy.
I don't even taste anything. It's just regular chicken. Tastes like regular chicken to me.
Looks okay.
So Jonathan, wanna open the spaghetti? Open it up. There you go. So Jonathan, do me the honors. Mix the spaghetti. Twirl the spaghetti. Zero calories, right? Right.
I always say.
Twirl the spaghetti. Twirl it.
Why?
Twirl it. You gotta do a proper twirl. Twirl.
Again, I felt me eating.
Mukbang. How is it? Just good? Yeah. Spaghetti. Let me give it a proper twirl. Proper twirl. Peach mango pie. Show it to the camera. Bye. Show the filling. Yeah. Look at that. Hi guys, so we just finished watching Mortal Kombat and it was awesome. And I'll give you guys a spoiler review in here. Hi guys, so we are back in our apartment to give you guys a spoiler review for Mortal Kombat. Well, I enjoy it.
how can I say, like enough violence and like fight scenes and all of that. I feel like you know that movie with Zack Snyder? What's the title of that movie again?
Which one? There's several.
The Justice League one, I think.
Justice League?
Because I feel like this movie has a director's cut for some reason. I feel like because it's around 2 hours something movie, and like there are scenes that I feel like it was rushed. Some of the pacing is rushed. Like I feel like there's more to it, and like I feel like they just remove some of the movie or some of the scenes, I guess, just to squish it into like a 2 hour long movie. But I was hoping they can include everything so I can see, you know, everything. But I enjoy like the fighting scenes and the violence. Enough action. I enjoy it a lot. What about you? What do you think?
So my initial thoughts on the movie are that Mortal Kombat, if you've seen the trailer, you know what you're getting. This is obviously not Citizen Kane. This is not a Oscar movie. They're not trying to get any Academy Awards for this. And I think for the most part, it's a kind of movie that knows that, and it works to its benefit. It's an action movie. It's largely, if you go to see this movie, you're not so much going for the plot and the characters, although I think probably for the fans of Mortal Kombat, there's a lot of maybe some stuff there. I don't know. I'm not actually very knowledgeable about the video games. Do you know anything about the games? Have you played any of the Mortal Kombat games?
Well, before I played some of it, I enjoy watching like the final. Well, how do you say that? Like when they're killing each other.
The fatalities.
Yeah, the fatality part. I enjoy that part, and like in here you can see parts of it in a way, and it's good. And I also enjoy like the casting of this movie. It doesn't feel rushed. I mean, it doesn't feel forced. Like there's diversity into it, but it's not forced diversity like any other movie that I've been seeing in the past. I feel like they just hire, let's just say, an Asian guy just to say there's an Asian guy, like the token Asian guy. For this one, like I can see that they literally look for like an Asian guy who can do martial arts and who's obviously good looking as well. It's nice to see like good looking Asian guys in the big screen, not just a random Asian guy just to say they're diverse now.
So like I was saying, it's that kind of movie where it's about the action. And it does it well. The action I felt was really well done, and the CGI was also pretty good for the most part. I'm not a huge CGI expert, so I'm not like say like, oh, you know, that scene didn't look quite right or whatever. It looked high budget. I'll say it was a big budget movie.
Yeah.
I never seen any of the like previous Mortal Kombats, but from like the tiny bits I've seen, like on YouTube and reviews and things like that, I don't think they were, you know, that high budget. And well, it was a while ago. I think 90s maybe, I want to say, is when the first Mortal Kombat movie was, and then they made some other direct to DVD sort of stuff.
Well, the 90s one is not. Should I call this movie a rated R? Because they literally show blood and like head being smashed and like their guts are falling out of their body.
They definitely
something.
don't hold back when it comes to the gore, which is more accurate to the games, which have the big thing about the games obviously is the fatalities. There was a lot of lines that were felt like Easter eggs to fans. You know, like from the trailer, Kano wins, but then also what is it? One of the characters is flawless victory. Those lines they don't quite work as as dialogue or something that feels natural that the characters would say, but it's pretty obvious when you're watching it that that's an Easter egg for the fans.
Fan service.
Now, how did you feel about the story? I should.
Yeah, like I
say.
said,
like looking past the action, how do you feel about the story itself?
like I said earlier, like I feel like you remember that Snyder cut. Like I feel like they cut a lot of scenes for this movie. It's like there are scenes like, should I say, fast paced, and then there are scenes that, like for some reason, not say doesn't make sense, but I feel like, how can I say? I'm looking for something that leads into the other scene. Like especially that scene, they're looking for the temple. They're looking for this temple, and then suddenly they meet this guy. But for some reason, I haven't seen like the story. What is this guy doing before he meet these other characters? You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like they cut that part of it. Like what happened to this guy? How are they able to find like this other guy or something? And then like a short background story of all the characters. I feel like they take that away, or they cut it for the theaters. But I feel like there's gonna have like a director's cut for it. What do you think?
I don't know about that. The movie in itself did have a lot of, and then this character shows up, and then we move on with the plot, and then this other character just shows up. I mean, the climax of the movie has the ancestor of the main character just show up. No explanation.
Yeah.
I don't think it ever gets explained in the movie. And he fights, well, he's Scorpion, I guess, and then he fights Sub-Zero in the climax of the film. But how did he show up? Why did he show up? It had something maybe to do with the dagger, because they showed the dagger in a previous scene, and he told him it was like had the blood of his ancestor.
Yeah.
And then Sub-Zero grabbed the knife or whatever, and then it started glowing, and that's when Scorpion showed up.
Yeah, he's able.
Never explained.
Yeah, that's the reason why I was saying I feel like it's gonna be in the director's cut.
I don't think
I
so.
feel like it was cut just to make it like short, so it's a 2-hour movie, so they can get as much money as possible. But I feel like it's meant to be like a 3-4 hour movie. For some reason, I feel like the Snyder cut for Justice League. But I enjoy like the some character development. Like what's the name of that girl again? The blonde girl, the pretty one.
I have to look it up.
She's beautiful though. Like a lot of the actors in this.
Sonya Blade was played by Jessica McNamee.
Yeah, a lot of actors in this movie are good looking though. Finally, especially like the Asian people in this character, like Asian guys, they're good looking. They're not just just random Asian guy, token Asian guy. Like it's nice to see an Asian guy in a big screen like that. But yeah, I like her character development in a way, because remember, like, she's not a champion. And they made this scene like basically you get the dragon mark, and then basically if somebody kills you, your mark's gonna transfer that to that person who killed you in combat, and she's able to like get it from this guy. Should I call the guy Cyclops? Because he got like laser eyes. She challenged the guy, and she was so happy when she's able to defeat the guy, and the mark transferred to him, or to her. My bad. The mark transferred to her.
So how did you feel about the dragon tattoo thing? The only thing I knew about it going in is obviously just from the trailers, and it made it seem like it was supposed to be a birthmark, which it does have that scene where because he thinks it's a birthmark, and I'm glad that they said it's more than just a birthmark. But they did have that dialogue of the daughter saying it's a birthmark. He was born with it. It's like, yeah, that's what a birthmark is. So the dialogue, the trailer was representative of what the dialogue is like in the film. It's not the best. It's not Aaron Sorkin level of writing, but it suits its purpose. I didn't feel like it ever got to the point to where the film was getting bad. I think they did sort of try to streamline the movie and get it going from point A to point B fairly quickly.
Yeah.
And mostly just to get in, you know, a number of fights. And in a way, I think kind of feels almost a little bit like the game in that way, because like you're just going from one fight to the next fight to the next fight. It almost feels like a fighting game, because even though I haven't played that many fighting games, I have watched some playthroughs of certain games. Like I've watched, what's the DC one, the Injustice, which is kind of interesting to watch. And the way those games work, you go from like one fight and then you get a cutscene and then you go to another fight, and that's sort of how this movie works in a lot of ways. Yeah, the main character, he's fighting in a normal, just I don't even know what kind of fighting style that is. It's in a ring match. It's kicking. It's not boxing. I don't know what you call that. MMA or something.
Yeah, mixed martial arts.
And then it goes from that to Sub-Zero shows up, and then Jax fights Sub-Zero, and then he goes and meets up with the girl, and then they have another fight with because that lizard thing comes in, and then they, it just goes from one fight to the next fight.
Yeah, basically.
And it's almost like you're seeing a cutscene. In that way, the way this whole movie is structured, it almost doesn't feel complete. Almost feels like you got 2/3 of a whole story.
I feel like there's gonna be a sequel for this movie. I feel like. And here's the thing, the intensity of the fight. If you see in the movie Kill Bill, it's the same kind of gore, and like the intensity, the action, it's amazing. Blood everywhere. Guts everywhere. It's amazing. In the movie, like, there's this main guy. I forgot the name of the villain. The other villain, the main villain. Who takes
like
your
the
soul?
Emperor guy?
Yeah.
I don't. It's one of these.
Because we didn't see that guy fight.
We also didn't see Raiden fight either.
Yeah, that's the reason why I feel like there's a post-credit or something like that, or there's gonna be a sequel to the story, because the story's not complete. I feel like it's not complete. Like I'm looking
obviously
for
it's
more.
not complete. They're like teasing a sequel at the end.
Yeah, I'm looking for more.
Like that's the one thing I know about is that Johnny Cage is another character in the universe, and that's when he's talking about going to Hollywood. That's the character he's talking about. He's on the poster, Johnny Cage.
Yeah.
That's all I really know about it.
I wonder who's gonna play Johnny Cage for like the sequel though.
I don't know.
I wish I could be part of Mortal Kombat though. Hopefully you guys can cast me. Give me a call. Hollywood, give me a call.
One of the things I was a little disappointed about was I wanted to know what was the deal with Sub-Zero, and the film doesn't go into that at all. Like, why is he so obsessed with killing Scorpion and all his lineage?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Probably they're gonna...
I mean, probably, yeah, they could say something in the sequel, but like, I wanted at least a tease of something more, or like, is there something behind it other than he's just an evil bad guy?
Yeah. And I also wanted to see like this other guy who became Scorpion, because he went to hell and he's able to learn how to control the fires of hell, and he's able to go back to life to fight Sub-Zero, and it's an awesome fight. That's why. But yeah, I wanted to see how he's able to like harness the power of hell. Well, I'm looking for more characters. They show like Easter eggs for like some things. I remember seeing like Katana's fan in the movie. Did you see that?
No, is that another character?
Yeah, she's the one with like the fan with blades on it, and they went to the temple, and like her fan is right there. I feel like they haven't casted her for this movie.
They did manage to fit in quite a number of characters though.
Yeah.
And I mean, even before the climactic fight, they have what, I think 4 fights at the same time.
And they talk about these different realms. Like in Thor, there's different realms for things. And they have champions for like every realm, basically. They have champions for every realm, and they send somebody. And they become more mystical in a way. I haven't seen like this guy with like thunder. fight the other guy who inhales your soul. Because I want to see them fight, at least in the sequel. It's gonna be amazing, though.
Yeah, I have to wonder, not knowing anything about the lore for Mortal Kombat, how many realms are there? Because we only really saw 2, which is Earth, obviously, and Outworld, or
I forgot the name.
Outworld, I think. It's something weird like that, where I remember first saying it and thinking, wouldn't it be better if it was like Outer World or Other World instead of just Outworld? It's
Yeah.
Earth Realm, Outworld.
Yeah.
I think that probably goes back to the original game and maybe the translation. We don't really have a rating system, but I guess you could say, especially with these movies that are on HBO Max as well, is would you recommend seeing it in theaters or on HBO Max or waiting until it's on some other service?
Well,
Bootlegging?
well, depends. Like, if the one on HBO Max has more cutscenes into it, probably
No, it's gonna be the same thing.
it's gonna be the same thing. Then I'll choose like the movie theater. Basically, I'll choose the movie theater because the thing is, yeah, I feel like this movie has a lot of cutscenes into it. Like, I'm looking for something more story-wise, action-wise. Like, it's perfect because they've been fighting for a lot for like 2 hours. It's really action-packed. And
Well,
like,
I
it's
mean,
very
I
hard to
think
like choreograph that.
I think you have to keep in mind that it's not like Mortal Kombat is this big guaranteed franchise right now. Like, compare it to Avengers Endgame.
Yeah,
You know, that's something that they knew was going to be a big hit and were much more willing to spend that money on. So I think obviously they had a smaller budget, especially when it comes to the CGI, because there's a lot of CGI in this film.
yeah.
And if they had made it longer, they would have needed a bigger budget. So I think, you know, studios are always hedging their bets when it comes to films. So if this is successful, I think you could see
More
sequels that have maybe a little bit longer times
and explanations to other things,
and bigger budgets.
the lore and everything like that. And hopefully I can get cast in the sequel. Well, hopefully you guys enjoy this spoiler review for Mortal Kombat. Don't forget to give it a like, a share and subscribe. And don't forget to support me in my GoFundMe campaign. Don't forget to support his channel, subscribe to his channel.
Jonny Skywatcher. You can also follow me on Twitter at jskywatcher.
And please be kind in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in my future video.
Bye.